welcome to Screen Hollywood, the home of movie news and entertainment. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.
What's up, movie fans, and welcome back to Screen Hollywood. I'm your host, Adam. If you're new here, hit the like, subscribe, notification bell, and hype button, and bookmark our international news publication at screenhollywood.com. Well, it's here. The first official trailer for James Gunn's Supergirl has dropped. This is the second major piece of the puzzle for his new DCU, and the entire world has been waiting to see if he could stick the landing. And after watching it, oh well. This trailer was just what I expected, but somehow so much worse. I knew it would likely be an off-world story, and I knew it would probably have that classic James Gunn Guardians of the Galaxy feel. But I did not expect it to literally be Guardians of the Galaxy. I was sitting here, watching this trailer, half expecting Star-Lord to jump out from behind an alien bar stool and start a dance-off. The trailer was incredibly underwhelming for me. I felt zero excitement, zero gravitas. All I saw was the same goofy Gunn signature we've seen a dozen times before. Some forced fun, some weightless action sequences, and a whole lot of watch it on streaming vibes. This sneak peek is very, very telling, and frankly, very concerning. So today, we're going to break down my brutally honest reaction, why this trailer highlights a massive limitation in James Gunn's style, and why the studio's own actions prove they know they have a problem on their hands. Let's get the biggest issue out of the way first. James Gunn's style is incredibly limited. DC movies, especially those centered around the super family, are supposed to be event films. They should have a sense of scale, of tension, a powerful build-up, a real hero's journey, and often a spiritual struggle. We saw all of this in Snyder's Man of Steel. Say what you will about that film, but it felt epic. It had weight. None of that was present in the Superman trailer, and it is completely, totally absent from this Supergirl trailer. And just to be clear, I'm not a Snyder fanboy or a Gunn loyalist. I'm not a hardcore DC fan who is mad that my favorite comic panel wasn't perfectly recreated. I am looking at this objectively, as a filmmaker and a film fan. And it seems to me that James Gunn is cheapening this entire franchise by making everything a goofy, quippy action comedy. And that is all I saw in this trailer. The neon-drenched alien planets, the quirky side characters, the retro pop music needle drop. It's the exact same formula he's used before, just with a different coat of paint. Now, let's talk about the character of Supergirl herself. At the end of Superman, we saw Millie Alcock's Supergirl in a cameo, where she was portrayed as drunken and disorderly. Well, it's clear from this trailer that this drunk girl style is going to be the ongoing theme of her character. Throughout the entire trailer, Supergirl is portrayed as obnoxious, arrogant, and, to be frank, basically annoying. It's clear that Gunn is trying to mix things up with an off-the-rails Supergirl, but he's playing a very, very dangerous game with a fan base that loves this character. Supergirl needs to be, at her core, a likable hero. She needs to be someone the audience can relate to and rally behind. We are living in an age of extreme fatigue with annoying, all-powerful girl boss characters. So it is absolutely critical that Alcock's character settles down and shows more depth than just being an annoying Gen Z chick with a bad attitude. Because right now, from what we've seen in the cameo and this trailer, that's exactly how she's coming across. And the fan backlash since the trailer's release has been huge. The online community is deeply divided by what they've seen so far, and it's completely understandable. Looking at this objectively, with no dog in the fight, I believe launching a new female superhero with a bad attitude persona is a dangerous and tone-deaf move in the current cinematic climate. Now, before the comment section explodes, I have done my homework. One of our Screen Hollywood authors, Dan King, who is a huge DC fan, has advised me that this film will be based on a specific and very acclaimed comic book story, Tom King's Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow. In that story, Kara Zor-El is a disillusioned, jaded character who drinks and has a darker, punk rock edge because she's witnessed immense trauma. I trust his word on this, and I respect the attempt at comic accuracy. But here's the problem. Just because a persona works in a mature, dark comic book doesn't mean it will translate well to a mainstream, four-quadrant blockbuster, especially when the trailer plays her trauma not as depth, but as cool girl swagger and obnoxious quips. There's a massive risk that she will come across as completely unrelatable to a general audience. This brings me to the other, quote, edgy things in this trailer. Gunn has already taken digs at the Superman legacy by changing the iconic poster slogan from truth, justice, and the American way to a dismissive whatever. That has, understandably, caused frustration. In this trailer, we see her dog Crypto literally peeing on a photograph of Superman. Now, I don't think fans should be overly frustrated with this. As much as it's not a good look, this isn't Gunn trying to maliciously crap on Superman's legacy. This is just James Gunn being James Gunn. It's his way of trying to be cool and edgy. He's trying to shake things up and signal to the audience that this ain't your daddy's Supergirl. It's a bit immature, it's a bit on the nose, but it's just his style. But here is the most telling, most damning piece of evidence of all. At the point of recording this video, my team has notified me that the official DC and Warner Brothers YouTube channels have blocked the dislike counter for the trailer. Let that sink in. They knew. They absolutely knew there would be plenty of criticism for this trailer. They anticipated a bombardment of dislikes, which would have clearly damaged the marketing campaign right as it launched. This is a massive vote of no confidence in their own product. It's a studio in damage control mode from day one, trying to hide the negative reaction from the general public. From what I have seen so far, the generic Guardians formula, the potentially unlikable protagonist, the edgy but immature tone, and the studio's own obvious fear of the public reaction, I am 95% sure this film will not do well at the box office next year. Even with the inclusion of a big star like Jason Momoa as Lobo, I don't think it will be enough to save a film that feels so creatively derivative and tonally misguided. This should have been an epic, aspirational, and powerful introduction to one of DC's greatest heroes. Instead, we got a goofy, generic, and frankly annoying trailer that feels more like a parody than a celebration. But what do you think? Am I being too harsh, or do you share my concerns? Let me know your full, detailed thoughts in the comments below. As always, if you enjoyed this brutally honest breakdown, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to Screen Hollywood, and ring that notification bell so you don't miss our next video. I'm Adam, and I'll see you at the movies.